Come on, feel the noise.
Girls
Rock
rock the
the boat.
boys. No more. Dun, dun, dun. There's a song there. Let's just sing it out loud.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies
this
and
is why
gentlemen.
we can't take him out in public.
Exactly. It's
One of the many
dangerous.
reasons.
Yeah, one of many reasons.
And I will say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't touch that dial. Put your keister in a seat. Sit back, watch and relax. You are listening to the Soulful Sounds of the Underground here on Brothers in Arms podcast. It is the 10th day of June in the year of our Lord, 2023, episode 117. I am Greg. The guy up, I think this way, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, this way. That one's Patrick, and that guy over there is Alex. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, Greg.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh, I just typed in our notes one of the many reasons why Greg can't. We're just gonna leave it at that.
We're just gonna start. We're just gonna
Right
start with
there.
that.
You just
Can't
can't.
can't take me anywhere. I will say we were talking pre-show. So
Yep.
I'm rocking mine tonight. I'm proudly wearing my Brewers
Nice.
t-shirt. Thank you. Who's it?
Trina.
Trina. Thank you, Trina, for those.
Trina.
Enjoying something I made myself. So
Hey,
yeah,
very nice.
little bit of the old homemade hooch. It's cider, but it's still
That's going
funny
in the
to.
notes.
We're gonna add that one to there too.
Yep, there it is. Done.
Homemade hooch.
The homemade
Homemade,
hooch.
homemade hooch. Don't say it quickly though. It doesn't come out right.
Oh yeah.
Homemade hooch. Homemade
Homemade
hooch.
homemade hooch.
Homemade hooch. Well, hi everybody.
Hello. Good
Hello.
evening.
Welcome back. As Greg said, this is episode 117. I am not quite sure who you are, but somebody has liked one of our episodes, a bull named Blue Manchu, and
Shout
has
outs.
proceeded to download almost every episode. So, this week we've had like 12 downloads a day, and
It's the same
it
guy.
it is pretty awesome. And so, thank you
That's
very much, new listener. What a blessing that is to us. But of all the episodes to like, was it because of the title? Was it because of the content? Was it because of everything? But a bull named Blue Manchu. Thank you so much for loving us enough to like that episode and for continuing to download our podcast. Thank you so much. I failed to mention last week, so ladies and gentlemen, put it in now. You can check out all of our past episodes on YouTube. This video of our show is on our YouTube channel, Your Brothers in Arms or Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. You can also find us on Twitter at Your BIA Podcast. And you can find this podcast and all of our other podcasts audibly, all the way back to episode 1, anywhere podcasts are delivered. And right now we're going live on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. So
we're fancy.
thanks again. You know what? We try and cover all our bases. We're still missing out on the Instagram posts, but Alex has been the most faithful to that page. I'm giving you a huge nod, buddy. Way to go.
Thank you.
But this summer, expect a few more posts from this guy in the green shirt and the beard, whose name is Patrick. So there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
boys, what's up?
Oh, it's
Are you feeling the noise?
I'm feeling the noise. I'm feeling the sun.
Oh, I bet you are.
And the haze. Dude, that haze was crazy this week. I don't know about y'all, but Patrick, you probably didn't see it as much.
Well, yes, I smelled it from the moment I left Atlanta till I got just north of Nashville.
Yeah, that wasn't the haze. That was me. Sorry.
Melt it, you dealt it.
Surprise.
Surprise! It was Alex.
Yep. Also,
But
obligatory. Hi, Grandma.
Yeah,
hi, Grandma.
I sent it. I sent it in the chat.
Oh, hi, Grandma. But yeah, what a crazy fire Canada is having right now.
Mhm.
Praying for those that are affected. Hope it doesn't kill your maple syrup output,
Please no.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, bless you for that. So Canada, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and however we can help, send word. So, but what's going on? Out, Greg, you're burnt.
Yes.
You're hazed out, and I
Yes.
bet you've done a lot of swimming.
I've done so much swimming. Um, so first full week with Zoe in the books.
Woohoo!
Has been a blast and a blessing to have her here at the house. Um, she has taken to getting up. So during the week, so you guys know, so during the week, she actually the summer camp that she goes to a day camp while I'm at work, and it's up near my office. So I drop her off, and the place is awesome. So you can drop off as early as 6 a.m. Now
Wow.
I have to be at work. Um, my morning meeting goes at 7, so I like to be at work by 6:30, which means Zoe leaves with me leaves the house with me at 5:30, which
Oh,
means
bless it.
she gets up in the morning at 4:45.
Wow.
And then I take her with me up to we leave the house no later than 5:30. We get to camp right around 6, and then I drop her off, and then she does that for the day, and she has been a champ. We have a schedule. We have a she knows, like, when she gets up in the morning, her clothes are laid. She lays her clothes out for the next day, the night prior. So she gets up in the morning. She's already showered, so she'll just get dressed. We'll fix her hair if we need to. I pack her lunch, the night prior, so that's already done. So it's basically just, load everything up, and then we jump in the car, and then we drive up to camp to drop her off for the day. But then after
Wow.
the day, we come home. Um, she wants to go swimming.
Of course.
Um, that's it. That's her. I have spent so much time at the pool this last week. It is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
That you're not like beat red.
well, no, so I built up. I started ahead of time. I've been building up. It was kind of hard to see with this lighting, but I've been building up a tan because I knew. And Brandy, God bless her, she loves being next to the water. So, like, even before Zoe, because the pool opened Memorial Day weekend, we were actually
Right.
there. We went the day it opened.
Nice.
Um, but we'll go, like, even before Zoe got here. We'll go to the pool and just, sit by the pool for a couple hours and catch up on our reading. I've finally buckled down. I am tearing through Eye of the World.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah, started to do the Wheel of Time. Um, See how long I can stick with it, but I'm at least gonna get the first book done. So, oh, um, my computer just did something weird.
Yeah. So did the computer on the other side.
Oh,
He he pooted. He
I'm so
he
glad. I'm so
he
glad
come
we have not gotten smell-o-vision yet.
Oh, it's so
he
bad.
compooted.
Ew, ew, ew,
Yeah.
It's so bad.
ew. You know it's bad when you burn out yourself.
Sorry, Grandma.
Um,
Sorry, Grandma.
but but no, you know,
Uh,
it culminated. So today, uh, so one of the neighbors who we became friends with, um, single dad, and he's got a daughter that's the exact same age as Zoe.
nice.
And when she's here, and the two of them, so every chance we get, we try to get the two of them together because they play well together. They just they're the perfect, like, personality types. Like, they both just, neither one, like, runs the show. They both just kind of click,
Nice.
and they love hanging out with each other. And so, today it was like, hey, um, let's go. Let's go over to the pool and see if Craig and his daughter Caden want to join us. And so we got to the pool. I made breakfast this morning. Zoe helped make pancakes.
Nice.
She did a very good job. And then so we did bacon, eggs, and pancakes. And then we got over to the pool about noon this morning, afternoon, and we were there till 6 p.m. Like
What a day.
we literally Brandy and I came back to the house and made sandwiches to take back to the pool. And then Brandy had to leave because she's at work right now,
Right.
and she had to work this evening. But no, so we she left. We stayed at the pool, and then Craig and Caden had to leave because they had commitments this evening that they had to go to. So Zoe was like, "Can we stay one more?" Because the way they do it, the way the pool does it, so they do a 45-minute swim session, and then there's a 15-minute break, and it's on the hour every hour. So 45 minutes from like 1 to 1:45, and then 15-minute break, and then
Right.
pool starts again from 2 to 2:45. So we swam all the way until 5:45, and I was
Mm.
like, okay, it's time to go. We've been here for pretty much the whole day. I need to
Yeah.
make dinner, you need to take a shower, we need to go to bed.
Right.
Um, so we get back over to the house. Now, mind you, Brandy left to go to work. Brandy was following muscle memory. Brandy locked the door and locked us out of the house. So
Well,
so so here's Zoe and I standing at the front door. I can't get in. Yeah, I'm like, oh, well, this is bad. And if my first thought was like, well, maybe maybe she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lock the door because I'm leaving and safety. Maybe she's left a key. And so I'm checking under the mat and looking underneath the trash can and checking everywhere. I'm like, there's no key. So then I'm calling her. And mind you, she's working. So it's not like
yep.
she's not like she has the ability to just,
Answer.
step away,
Right.
and she's doing, a bartending job. So she's
Right.
talking to people and doing her thing. And so I just text her. I'm like, we're locked out of the house. And he texts back. She's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Now she can't leave work. Now, lucky for us, one of her coworkers at the place that she works at, part time, here in Fredericksburg, just up the road,
Right.
um, they have one of our house keys because they've house sat for us, watched the dogs for us several times, and we're like, just keep a key. It's nice just to have someone we trust to have nearby to have a key if we need it or they need
For
it.
these moments, just like
Well,
this.
more specifically, so I think I told you guys, so the other weekend when we went down to Williamsburg and Alex and Liz and Julia came up, so we were there the whole day.
Right.
So we were able to, prior to, we talked to them and said, hey, we're not going to be at home. We're going to be out of town we're not going to get back until late at night. Can you guys go over to the house for even for just like 10-15 minutes, let the dogs out, feed them, check on them, that kind of thing.
Right.
And you guys can hang out for a little bit if you want. And they're, of course, they're more than happy to come over and take care of our fur babies. Um, so yeah, so it was, she texts me back and she's like, Megan's got the key. She's over at the restaurant right now. if you can you can go over and grab it. I was like, oh, thank goodness. So my next door neighbor and his pretty sure it's his girlfriend. They're not married yet. Um, but they've lived next door to us since we moved in. They're great. They're about he's about Alex and I's age. Uh,
Okay.
and they're really good people. And I was like, hey man, sorry to bother you. Can you give me a ride? We're locked out. So it turned into him giving me a lift over to Kickbacks, Zoe hanging out with his lady, and they played Animal Crossing
Oh, bless.
on her Switch, um, while we went over and got the key and came back. And I was like, thank you again. Like, what can I do to thank you? And he's like, you gave me some of that glass of that cider. He's like, man, I'd take some of that again in a heartbeat. And I was like, say no more, fam. So I ran into the house and I put together a growler for him and took it back and
Right
was
on,
like,
man.
here you go, bro. Like, thanks again. So yeah, so that was my I mean that was pretty much like that was the most exciting thing of my week of getting locked out of the house. That and while we went to kickbacks on what day was that? We went to kickbacks on Thursday. We went to kickbacks on Thursday to go see Brandy, took Zoe. Um, we're sitting there hanging out, watching her do her thing. And sure enough, Kickbacks is a sports bar. So they've
Right.
got brother. They air one of the guys that works there is a diehard disc golf fan, and you bet your bottom dollar,
Oh,
ESPN eight the
random.
Ocho, ESPN eight Ocho is on, and they are showing like the thing, the world championship or national championships of disc golf. But more specifically, Zoe saw they were showing PBR. They were showing the competition for leading up to the national championships for PBR. And if you have never, Brandy actually took me to my first professional bull riding event in Syracuse, and it was really cool. Like if you've never seen it, and like watching it live is amazing. They're crazy.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
they are absolutely nuts riding
Oh
these
my
things.
goodness.
But so here we are, we're sitting at the bar, and Zoe's like, "What is that?" And what are they doing? They're riding them. And next thing you know, like we're talking about like I can see it in the near future. They have bull riding at the state fair this year. Uh, or there's at least there's an event coming up. It's not PBR, but it's definitely it's a local event. We're
Sure.
probably gonna end up taking Zoe to go watch bull riding
Oh my goodness.
because she definitely showed an interest, and it was like, why not? Come on, you can come see some cowboys
Why not?
going crazy riding on some doing some bull riding, which was kind of
Oh
neat.
my goodness.
But so we did that, and then Friday night was we took care of some stuff, and then we got dressed up. I think you guys saw the pictures on
Yeah.
the family chat. We got dressed up Friday night, and then we went out to dinner,
Beautiful.
and that was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Finished
Beautiful.
finished the night with ice cream, and local ice cream's always the best. And again,
Him too.
yeah,
Uh,
that bad.
Smeller. Smeller's the feller.
So smelt it, you dealt it.
I'm telling you, man, I'm not allowed to have ice cream anymore.
You're not allowed to have Twizzlers either.
Those aren't allowed in my house. That's like growing up when we weren't allowed to say shut up. We had to pay 25 cents. The word Twizzlers is not allowed in my household for some reason.
What about red vines?
Red vines are okay.
Really? It's
Yeah,
Twizzlers.
it's
It's
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers
Oh,
specifically.
you know what? Christmas time is here.
Send it.
You
You want
just
to
You
see
gotta.
got
my wife beat the crap out of me? Go for it.
Patrick. I was waiting for you to reach off camera and pull a bag.
it.
I thought
Nah,
you.
I got to
I
keep my
thought,
hands busy, so I'm playing with something.
yeah, this is mine.
I drove here today from Atlanta to Owensboro with a fidget cube the entire trip.
Wow.
I I don't know what it is or what it's been recently, but I need something to occupy my hands. I think better. It's the craziest thing. Like my conversations, I feel like my conversations are more helpful. They're more in depth. Um, my wife has introduced to the cadet body, our cadets, a box of fidgets. And so it's spinners, it's slinky type things, it's fidget cubes, it's stress balls, it's all kinds of stuff. And the amount of productivity that have gone up, even in our cadet body, is fascinating.
That is
But
cool.
it's just it's the things I think I would have done so much better with as a kid growing up. Now, we always had Game Boys.
Ah, yes.
Immediately when Game Boys came out, we had something, and so we were always playing. I think our hand dexterity, our ability to manipulate things with our hands, all three of us, it is due to that hand-eye coordination. Due to that, just a lot of those beautiful skills that sometimes we take for granted. Um, is because we've always had. I mean, look, we've always had something that we do or manipulate or use. So, uh, thanks, mom and dad. Appreciate that. But I think it's also indicative of a high functioning mind that sometimes it goes too fast that we need something to slow us down and to bring us back into focus. So that's the ADHD. Woo, good time.
Well,
Yay.
so speaking of all of these wonderful things, so
Hey man,
there's a test that you can take online that's called RAADS. RAADS.
RAADS.
Yep, RAADS.
Okay.
And essentially,
Send them out.
this test, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it's one of the things that they use that can actually not diagnose, but give you a good idea of autism. Different
Hmm.
forms of autism, show up every day, and the people, I wouldn't say manipulate, but they personify that in different ways.
Hmm.
So it's like 80 something questions, and all of my guys have taken it. No joke. Like, we get really bored on deployment. So most of us have taken it, and I took it, and I told Liz about it. Liz took it. Your daughter took it. I don't know if she's gotten the opportunity to tell you that.
She's talked to Carrie about it. Yes.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that's weird that we've just looked at. It's not really, it's not as efficient or not efficient. I don't know what the
Inclusive.
word I'm looking for. It's not conclusive. When you're in the teenager area, it's more of a later in life type thing.
Oh, okay.
Because literally one of the questions is not since, or one of the answers to the questions that you can answer in the column is not since I was 17. So yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
but you go through and you look at those different things. Gentlemen, I'd be interested if you guys have an opportunity. Seriously, I would be
I
interested
wrote,
to see.
I wrote it down. I'll see what I can do.
Hmm.
Thanks,
Because
but
yeah, I mean it's just it's one of those things. I have a little bit of trepidation, but I'll go ahead and tell you all that looking at it, my score was 134.
okay. What does that mean?
Yeah, see.
So if you get less than like a 25, that is what they call not autistic at all.
Okay.
If you go from like 25 to about 80, very slight probability.
Okay.
80 to about 120 is you have tendencies, you have autistic tendencies,
Okay.
and then 130 and above is autistic.
Interesting.
So taking that kind of clarifies some things for me.
Sure.
It makes sense in a way, uh, but at the same time, I don't know. It's not really a definition.
Right. Right. Or a diagnosis.
Well, it's not a diagnosis. It's definitely not.
Right.
But yeah,
Fascinating.
That is wild.
So, we have to take we take assessment tests, especially when it comes to personalities and
NJT.
understanding our personalities. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Yeah.
And understanding our personalities and those around us then make us more effective in serving as a team.
True
And
colors for the win, baby.
yeah.
I've taken that one more than once.
So the one that the Salvation Army is currently using for its cadets is the Berkman. And the Berkman is it's pretty in uh, not aptitude, but just this is your personality in this situation. This is your personality in this situation. This is your typical characteristics when you're under stress. This is your typical characteristics when you're happy. This is what makes you happy. This is what makes you sad. This is what you find frustrating in others. This is what others find frustrating in you. That kind of
Trust
stuff. And let me tell you, boys, it is on the nose. I'd be more than happy to share it with you. I've got a PDF. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not for you.
Yeah. No.
This is just for my boys. But and they do have to sign an NDA once I release it. But
Meh.
but
no,
it
no.
really
Look at you
is.
there. I'll do it.
It's some crazy stuff. Like I realize my ticks. I realize the things that upset me. I realize the things that make me happy. But to have it in black and white on a piece of paper or in a PDF, mind blowing,
That's cool.
mind blowing. So yeah, I'll send that to you sometime after the show, and
Sure.
that'll give you a nice little read. It's I a peer into your older peer. How about that?
Sure.
That's
So
neat. A peer into
yeah,
your older peer.
yeah.
I wanted
So
to ask. I wanted to ask. You're on furlough officially.
I
Yes.
am.
Did you start
Yeah.
that today?
Yes.
So
Yes.
how much Tears of the Kingdom have you played?
Today I have not played because I drove the whole way,
Yeah.
but the night is still young. Also,
Yeah,
boys, I'm on God's time. I'm on Central Time right now.
that's right. It's
So
still a little early
yeah,
there.
I'm only looking at 8:48, which is a blessing.
Mm,
Uh, but last night I probably put another 2.5 hours on it.
yeah.
After an amazing homemade Korean barbecue. Uh,
Oh,
yeah. So real quick, Wednesday and Thursday we had staff planning, which means we talk about the whole year. Every department gets a moment to talk about the whole year. Um, There's some vision casting that's involved. There's some planning for when we come back from furlough, all that stuff. So that happened Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday night we went to a ball game. By the way, went to go see the Atlanta Braves against the New York Mets. Boo! Braves won.
Yeah,
Yay! Great game.
boop boop Mets. I don't
Uh, Fantastic stadium, boys. If you haven't been to Truist Stadium yet, oh,
yeah.
it's it's a good one. Um, and then Friday night we had the Korean barbecue, and all of the officers came out with their families, and we had homemade kimchi, we had raw glass noodles, we had,
Uh,
um, I'm telling you, boys, I ate like a king last night. Um,
you're making me hungry.
and then to polish it all off, the principals brought Tillamook, Tillamook ice cream. Yeah, quality,
There it
quality.
is.
But then I couldn't go to bed on that because, boys, I wouldn't have woken up this morning with any kind of up in my stuff. And so I played Zelda for another 2.5 hours last night. Got up this morning at 5:30. Uh, Finished packing up the van, and we left the house at 7:20 this morning,
Uh-huh.
and stopped for lunch in Bowling Green to visit some of our cadets, and then drove the rest of the way here and rolled into Owensboro just after, I want to say it was just after 2 o'clock local time. So not bad, not bad. You're looking at now. We pulled the trailer, which I'm now sitting in.
Yeah,
And
it's fancy.
this thing, I love this thing. I think it's fantastic. Now, ask me about it again in 20 days after I've lived in it for that long, and then we'll talk. But for right now, I love this thing. It's great.
I'm waiting for you
Let
to
me
be
give you.
like, I'm
So
waiting.
I've
I'm
already.
waiting. I'm just
You
saying.
ready?
No, I was gonna say I'm waiting for you to. Gosh, it is really pretty.
Isn't it though? I mean, and that's this right here's the bathroom, and that's a fridge, and that's a two-burner stove, and that's a door, and that's a window. That's a window there too. That's the front. This is the back. This is
Uh-huh.
the back. Um, fan, and all that fun stuff. But all that to say, we pulled it with the minivan today, and the minivan can do it. However, my gas mileage went from 21.6, 23 to 13.3.
Yeah.
We stopped. So my trip from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Owensboro is just over an hour. I filled up in Bowling Green. I've got a little less than three-quarters of a tank now in my van. It's
Oof.
redonkulous. But, but
And
I
we
keep
stopped.
telling myself, we have our stuff. We know where we're sleeping. We're gonna save on hotels and all that jazz. So it'll wash. It'll wash.
It'll balance out in the end.
But gentlemen, I'm blessed by this thing. I mean, God has truly blessed us with this thing. So yeah, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. It's currently parked in my mother-in-law's driveway, and we're staying here for a couple days to visit and share, and then we hit the ground running on Monday. And oh, I didn't also. So I'm teaching a class,
Oh,
and this
got.
this is my homework for our trip,
Le-
minus the bottom book.
I was say, is that one?
No, the bottom book's for me,
Yeah.
but the other four, that's not. Um, but yeah, good times. And still, still, uh, I can't wait. I just can't wait. So there you go.
Get
And,
somewhere, set up, make some dinner, throw up the hammock,
oh goodness, yeah. Bust out the black stone again. Yup, 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 yup,
sit
yup.
and sit and read.
Oh, so it's good. It's real good. Alex, how about you, buddy?
I've been sick this week. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You poor guy.
Mm.
I mean, it's okay. I'll live. But I just wish I could breathe out my nose because my lips are really chapped.
I hate that.
That's the worst part.
Oh, that's the worst part. Absolutely.
So,
You can't sleep right because you can't breathe. Yeah. You
Ew.
drool on your pillow.
oh yeah, hardcore, real hardcore. Like the 2 hours of sleep that I got last night. If I took my hair off, my hat off, my hair is literally standing up in the back like this.
Cowlick.
It's bad. But no, like we went out for a day this week. We spent Thursday underway just so that we could take friends and family out, which is kind of interesting thing, you know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Adults only.
No, they were kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to
Oh.
be above the age of 8, and you know how officers are. They blur that line really quickly. Oh yeah, he's 8. Dude, he's
Months.
still walking around in a diaper.
It's 8 months.
Yeah, he's 8.
Months.
Bruh.
Bruh.
So I pretty much just tried to disappear that entire day because I didn't want to, go stand in the line to try and eat. We pulled shore power and then we immediately got in the line for lunch. And we got kicked out of the line because they said, you don't have families. This is for the families. So my guys immediately went, well, what are we supposed to do to eat then? Because, we still have to eat. So I had to figure that out. Went and go talk to a couple different Master Chiefs and just hide behind them like, get him. Get him. So it was kind of
Pushing
fun.
forward.
Yeah.
Sir.
Go beat him up.
Yeah. But
Assistance.
before we left, I tried to finish this thing. So I've been telling you guys that I've been building this Kinnan deck, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I took a bunch of my trade-ins into the local comic book shop because, again, I love supporting my local game store. It's just one of those things, you know. If you're gonna do something, shop local. I know you can try and find a better deal online. You can find all those other things, but if you want to continue to have some place to go, some place to game, some place to find the stuff that you want to find, seriously, shop local. Support your local game store. Because if you just keep going online and finding it there, then those places are going to shut down. And for some people, that's the only refuge they got. Shop local.
Hi,
But
cat.
yeah, it's Kitty. She has a sock for me.
Aw.
Yeah. If you watch over here, she may show up with it. I don't know. But there's like 2 underneath my feet right now.
She captured the sock.
Well, there's a saying in the house that, whenever I'm sick, she is magical feel good kitty. So she'll come wherever I'm at. She'll bring me socks. She'll come sit in my lap.
That's
It
adorable.
works. Yeah. But so I went to the LGS and I started talking to him and did a couple of trade-ins, try and get store credit, and I have a couple of pieces that I'm missing for this. Well, the girl that they hired that's behind the counter, I don't think has ever done anything with this card game ever.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I mean that's fine. It's okay. So I started telling her, well, I'm looking for this card. So she's like, how do you spell that? So I spelled it, and she typed it into the computer, and she says, well, we don't have it. I said, okay, that's fine. Well, how about, and she goes, well, the shop down in Norfolk does. So they have two different shops that are both owned by the same people, and they share
Nice.
inventory and they do that stuff. And this is like 8:30 at night. They close at 9.
Oh man.
And she's like, well, I mean, you want me to have them hold it for you at Norfolk and then you can go down and pick it up? I said, no, that's okay. I don't want to drive down to Norfolk tonight. She says, well, we can get it transferred over here. I said, okay, that's cool. Yeah, get them to transfer it over here. I'll pick it up over here. So she
Right.
does that. Gentlemen, I went through like 3 more cards after that. And finally, after the last one, where she said, "We don't have it here, they have it in Norfolk," um, she goes, "We don't have it." I said, "Well," she says, I said, "Let me guess, they have it down in Norfolk?" She goes, "Yeah, they have 3." Okay.
Everything's in Norfolk.
Everything's in Norfolk.
Yeah.
I said that.
Everything's in Norfolk.
I said that's fine.
Oh,
Just
you did it again!
3.
Three.
But she says, "Well, that's fine. Just send those 4 up here. I'll make a drive down to Norfolk at some point and go look through their stuff. And then what's going to happen is they're going to tell me all the stuff that I'm looking for is at the Portsmouth store, and I'm just going to give
That's
up.
right. That's right.
But I'm going to keep trying because this thing's going to be fun for me.
Well, good for you.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, for you. Nobody else, but for you.
Yeah,
Not good for everyone else.
not good.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No, but Liz and the kids and Julia got out to the beach today. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, I heard.
That's always beautiful.
Yeah, they have we have a essentially it's private. We have a private military beach on one of the bases. So when everywhere else is crowded, just go to the private military beach and there's like maybe 20 other families there. It's great.
Beautiful.
So they got the opportunity to go out, enjoy some sun. I got the opportunity to sleep for the first time in 2 days. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the places you go to, well, when you have clearance, number one, but
Yeah.
when you're looking for shells.
It's true.
I imagine you'd find a lot more shells in that place because you don't have tourists picking them up.
Yep.
You need tourists.
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 We don't negotiate with tourists.
Nope.
We don't negotiate with tourists.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Ooh, he's got a message.
I almost forgot. I wanted to show this. So, gentlemen, I know off subject, but just because Zoe's here and I thought this would be so we all saw this, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's I'm trying to get there we go. Yes. So I want to show this to everybody real quick because it makes me smile. So obviously this is the boys. This was sent by Patrick,
Yep.
Miss Bridget. That is me.
Yeah.
Notice
Yeah.
notice the smile and the
Uh-huh.
And the teeth.
yes. This is a picture of my daughter that I took just a few days ago. Oh, come on, camera.
Just getting washed out.
Ah, that's a. You know what? Let's see if it'll work. No, come on. This
Nope.
looks like a ghost. There we go.
All right. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, man. She's yours. 100.
Like I saw that when I saw that picture, Patrick.
Yep.
And then I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There she is.
So I thought that was hilarious.
That's awesome.
But well, I'm glad you're home from your little journey and you got all the maintenance done
Yep.
and then a fun road trip.
Yeah.
Find something to eat. I've done that before. Now, I know we're kind of off subject, but like, why did you guys? You said you guys went to Taco Bell?
And cookout.
And cookout.
Why both?
Well, we weren't going to have refrigeration the next day.
Oh.
So Taco Bell lasts the longest when it's not refrigerated.
Is this a proven theory?
Yes.
I didn't need to know that. I didn't
Years
need
Right,
to
of
why
know
not?
that.
years
It's
of
so
testing
gross.
various hypotheses.
It's so gross. Oh.
It works.
Oh.
So we needed to eat something the next
How
day, so we
long
got Taco Bell.
does Taco Bell
Oh, and he's
use
Googling
He
it.
is in
without
fact.
So
refrigeration?
I wrote down Taco Bell lasts the longest without refrigeration.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we ate Taco Bell. Well, we ate Cookout, and then we drove to Taco Bell. While we were in the Taco Bell drive-thru, we were eating Cookout. We got our food from Taco Bell, then we drove from there to the Wawa so that we could get monsters, and then we went back to the boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wawa is a gas station
It is in fact.
up in the
It is not
north,
as
east.
not as good as Sheets. Sheets for the win.
No, Sheets for the win.
I love me some
Wawa's
Sheets.
good, but
Sheets is
Sheets for the
better.
win. Yeah. We went into a Speedway today. I had to get gas again. And have you ever noticed that Speedway always smells like burnt coffee? Always.
I didn't think it was okay.
Yes.
Every time you walk into a Speedway, it smells like burnt coffee. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? Who knows?
Sure it wasn't.
So, what? Go ahead.
I was
Wasn't
gonna
what?
say, you sure it wasn't just like the smell of everything else outside?
No, I'm pretty confident it was
It
burnt
was
coffee.
it
By the
was
way, we went to Bucky's today before leaving
oh,
Georgia. Quality.
haven't
I've
been one
never
yet.
had one of their. I had a brisket and egg soft taco. Gentlemen, where have these been all my life? Number one. Then I had an apple turnover. That was legit. So, Bucky's, you win. You win.
Legendary.
Yes, legend. There.
Love
So speaking of road trips, gentlemen, it's my opportunity to ask the question this week, and this one is themed. So you ready?
Send it.
Gentlemen, I ask you, as a family, both now, so your collective family, Alex, your family, Greg, your family, Patrick, my family, and our family growing up, what was your favorite vacation?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's easy.
I have not taken vacation with all four of the kids. Well,
Hmm.
all two of the kids and Liz and I. But Liz and I have gone on a vacation before. We went with her dad and her brother down to Florida. That
Oh.
is where the scuba diving started.
Right.
So the first time, hi Brandy.
Let's say hi.
The first time we went down, Liz and I could just snorkel. We drove down with them from Atlanta. Hello, Hunter.
Hunter's so high too.
But
You've never heard that before, have you?
I haven't heard it on the podcast. I've heard it in person. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a chatty Cathy.
yeah.
He's very vocal. He loves to talk.
he can't help
We're-
it.
No, it comes out of him. Kind of like Greg and Tom.
Ooh.
Well, we drove down from Atlanta down to Key Largo. Went down to a place called Marathon,
What a trip.
and
Jeez.
yeah, it was fun. And we stayed down there for like a long weekend. got the opportunity to go and dive a couple of pretty cool wrecks. You know, went deep sea fishing, and then about 10 years ago now, we did the same thing. Only Liz and I were qualified to scuba dive at that point, so we
Nice.
went down and did the same thing, except we were under the water instead of on top of it.
Nice.
And as for family vacations, obviously everyone's gonna say, you know, the years that we went to Cedar Point and did those family
Yeah.
vacations. But one of those core memories that
Hold
I
on
have.
1 second.
Oh,
Keep
you're
going.
fine. One of those core memories that I have is Jekyll Island. The year that we went down to Jekyll Island, we stayed down at a place down there and walking the sandbars with mom and, you know, shuffling our feet so that we could try and find sand dollars.
$10. Yep.
And we found 103 sand dollars and 4 whelks.
That's right.
And we ended up bleaching them all and in the bathroom in the place that we were staying, and then we boiled the whelks
Uh-huh.
so that we could have the
With
conch
the
shells.
Shells. Yeah.
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 Well,
we
technically
took
it,
a
Yeah.
it was 103 and a half because one of them broke. But yeah,
Oh, the details you remember, man. That's awesome.
yeah.
I do
Good deal.
remember. I do remember that vacation. That was that in between while mom and dad were still in training, or is that
No,
that was
Just
the
that was
after.
after
summer?
commissioning.
That was summer after they commissioned. That was furlough before we
Yep.
went to Louisville.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
my mine. I love the water. So family vacation. So Brandy and I took Zoe. Not last summer. I think it was 2 summers ago now. Um, we've got family friends in Rhode Island, and uh, they have a beach house in Rhode Island, and it is absolutely amazing. And drink. Not to spill her. It's
No,
foamy.
heaven forbid.
Well, you don't want to. Yeah, it's abuse. Um, but no. They have a beach house. They have a beach house in Rhode Island, on one of the ponds, and Brandy took me. We went together, and then this last 2 summers ago with Zoe, we took her,
Right.
and she still talks about it, and she wants to go back, and we haven't planned the trip to go back up yet because it is an absolute blast. With the three of us pulling crabs out of the pond, um, fishing, swimming at the beach, just hanging out there on the water, taking the boats out and going and riding through the pond, and they pulling clams, going clamming, eating razor clams fresh from the water. If you've never tried that, it is amazing.
Huh.
So yeah,
Sweet.
no, I will. I we try to take Zoe somewhere every summer. Um, this summer it's family stuff, so we're going up
Yeah.
to New York in July, and then the end of July we're going down to Florida to visit mom and dad. But as a
Awesome.
kid, as a family, has a place close in my heart is going to Cedar Point, and I love that park. It is still to this day, hands down, my favorite theme park, thrill park, whatever you want to call it. Um, we've gone many a year after year. I remember going as a kid, growing up, spending long periods of, spending several days in Sandusky, or just going and visiting grandma and grandpa on one of those days. getting in the car and making their road trip from Sandusky to, or from Willard to Sandusky for the day to go ride the park. Um, Putting our coolers outside the park in a
Right,
pavilion, just covering it
right.
with a picnic
With a picnic table
with with a
cover. Yeah,
with a cover, and just going into the park for the day.
yeah.
Um,
And coming back and it all still being there.
no one touched it. People just leave their shoes on the side.
Yep.
But also, like, going to that park over the years, actually, it was right after I graduated from, pretty sure it was after I graduated from the School of Music. So I was a it was either School of Music, or it may have been my first summer after I got at my first duty station. But we went to Cedar Point, and we actually went to visit grandma and grandpa, and it was me, Alex, Spencer, Cape. I think Matt Lane was on that trip.
And Bianca Cape.
Bianca, yep. Bianca was on that trip.
Yeah, Liz was supposed to come on that trip as well, and then that was the year of my senior year of high school. After we finished, that's when she had the deep vein thrombosis in her right arm from carrying a sousaphone.
Right.
I
But
blame you for that, Greg.
oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Somebody's got
That's
to.
rough. But no, like, even then, like, Alex was a senior in high school, and I was a year out, and
No,
here we are.
I had just graduated.
Or Alex had just graduated, and so I'd been out of high school for over a year, and I remember us going to the park and spending that day. You know, we stayed in a. It was kind of a throwback. Patrick, do you remember the summer that mom and dad had that pop-up camper that they parked in the driveway at grandma and grandpa's under the
Yep.
awning
Yep.
that we slept in?
Yep. Sure do.
We had the little TV in it.
Yep. I sure do.
Oh man. No,
Yeah.
I remember that vividly. It was not waterproof. That's the other part that I remember.
Well, that's why part of it was under the overhang.
Yeah, it was not water. We learned that the hard way. There's my cat.
Nice.
He's probably looking. He's watching out the window.
Checking windows. Yeah.
But what about you, PT?
So with my family, uh, it was driving cross country to come see you, Greg.
Oh
Uh,
man,
Back in
I remember that.
2015 when you were stationed out there in San Diego.
Yep.
Um, we took 5 days to drive across the states. We were at that point we were in 2015. Danville? Maybe? Anyway, we
Alex is nodding yes.
thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. We drove from Middle Kentucky all the way across to come see you all, and spent what 4 days with you,
Yeah,
and then we drove 4 days back. We kind of put the pedal to the metal, and but we
it's hard.
visited the Grand Canyon while we were out there. We drove around Las Vegas. We didn't go through it. We saw the Hoover Dam. Um, just some parts of the United States we've never seen before, and
Hmm.
what a trip! We got to visit that with our kiddos. Family trip though, however, is it involves Cedar Point, but more than that, it's the summer where we spent a week at Lake Erie with our family, Aunt Chris, Uncle Peter, and their family, and grandma and granddad, and we stayed in that little lake house. Um, I don't know if you guys remember that at all, but
I remember I remember playing in Lake Erie.
okay,
I have memories of you know, playing in the sand there on the lake. I remember that, but that's about
right.
it.
Well, this house had bunk beds, and we they had a room full of bunk beds, so all the kids were in that one. I don't remember where the parents, but there was one point where we all had 2-day passes to Cedar Point, and we could go anytime during that week. Well, it was like Wednesday or Tuesday, the whole house got sick. Like there was something that we had eaten that didn't agree with anybody, and the whole house got sick that night. And the next day, we were hoping to go to Cedar Point as a family, but majority of us could not. And so it was me, mom, dad, and one other person. I can't remember, but it was just the four of us who ended up going. It was probably the best day ever I've ever had in Cedar Point. So just that kind of those memories. But Uncle Peter would go out. So we're walking the beach, and Lake Erie is not a pretty lake. It's you look out across it and you think, man, this is just dreary. And the
It's
beach is
brown.
a like a brown sand.
Yeah.
It's not tan. It's like mud mixed in. Anyways, and he had this ability to make an impression in the sand of a ginormous, like 6 foot foot, big giant 6 foot foot, and it looked like a real footprint in the sand. And he had all the kids going for 15, 20 minutes. You know, did you see that? Oh my goodness. And this humongous footprint is in the sand. But yeah, those kind of things that just make memories and blesses throughout the years. I mean, what grace is that? We will always remember Cedar Point. My kids will always remember sleeping in a teepee and it freezing in the middle of the night.
I remember hearing about that.
You know, just that kind of stuff. Alex, you will always, always cherish those moments of going and experiencing that with your wife and the scuba diving and all of that. Like those kind of things really resonate with us. And that's why I think the older I get, the less I want stuff like for birthday or anniversary or Christmas or whatnot. I want to experience them. I want to experience things with the people that I love and create memories together. And
Yep.
so that kind of stuff really that blesses me. So guys, thank you for sharing tonight. Really appreciate that.
But
So
of
couple
course.
dad jokes. Got anything?
I've got one that made me giggle.
Okay.
When
Well,
I
while you're
die,
looking, go ahead.
when I die, I'm definitely being cremated.
Smoking hot body.
I'll finally have a smoking hot body.
That's funny because I told my wife I wanted to be cremated. She made an appointment for Tuesday.
Well, if I agree with you, we'd both be wrong.
Alex, when my father dies, he wants his ashes pressed into a record.
So you can play it again, Sam.
No, it was his vinyl request.
Uh,
The last thing I want to do is hurt you. But hey, it's still on the list.
I broke two of my dad's Queen records.
Oh no.
Yeah, now I want to break free. Free. I want to break free.
I don't like Russian dolls. They're
Yeah,
so, they're so full of themselves.
they're so full of themselves. I was
Oh,
dreaming about having diarrhea, and then I woke up. That's when poop got real.
I'm on a seafood. I haven't heard this one in a while. I'm on a seafood diet. Every time I see food, I eat it.
I Yep, yep. Huh.
There are three types of people. There are those who can count and those who can't. I don't know why that's so funny.
This morning, I saw my neighbor talking to her cat. It was obvious the poor woman thought the cat understood her. When I got home, I told my dog. We laughed a lot.
Oh gosh.
Uh, uh, and why is water heavier than butane?
Water heavier than butane?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Because butane is a lighter fluid.
Butane is a lighter fluid.
It is a lighter.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, Alex, did you have one?
No, I was still reading, trying to find one.
Oh, come on, man. You got to jump in.
I tried. It's a big
Oh,
book.
it is a big book. Thank you
It's
to
a
your
big
wife
one.
once
Yeah.
again. Thank you. Well, folks, we thank you for hanging out with us tonight on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms podcast. Again, you can reach all of our past episodes of this video back to episode 15, which might have been a bull named Blue Manchu. That might actually be the one. Huh. Anyways, you can find those on YouTube at Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. Twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast, Twitter at Your BIA Podcast, Instagram, Your Brothers in Arms Podcast, and anywhere podcasts are delivered. Just look for our lovely faces. Yeah, sweet.
You
Cool.
can't miss it.
That wraps up episode 117 for us tonight. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Do you have anything that the masses need to know? They have to know it.
I will preach it
Mm.
until I'm blue in the face. Drink
Oh,
water, change socks, take Motrin. The three.
in
Always
that order?
important. In that order. Drink water,
No?
change your socks, take Motrin.
Fascinating. Thank you, sir. Alex?
Our first episode on YouTube is a private tutor on a little horse.
Yes.
That's such a
Yeah.
good that's
That,
such a good
What?
name.
that's still my favorite.
A
Yeah.
private tutor
What
on a little.
episode number was that?
You're right, it's 15. 1-5.
15. Okay. A private tutor on a little horse.
Yes, sir.
I think we mashed two things together on that one.
I'm pretty
The
sure.
private tutor was the secret fart. I think the private tutor.
Pretty sure, yes.
I think so. Anyway, whatever.
No, I'll throw it again. Seriously, support your local game store.
Yes.
Because
It's
that's
good
the
word.
one thing we don't want to go away.
I saw a Great Escape today in Bowling Green.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And ladies and gentlemen, have fun. Enjoy your summer. Uh, make memories. Take your furlough and
Amen.
uh, because the work is going to be there when you get back. Okay,
It's true.
but you won't be if you don't take your furlough. So take your furlough. Take care of yourself. Take your furlough. There you go. That's all I got. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much. I hope you've had a wonderful night because we have, and we always have a fun time laughing. So have a wonderful week. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves,
Oh,
and
yes.
we'll see you on the next one. All right.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. Love you, fellas.
I
Love
love
you
you
too,
too,
bro.
brother.
All right. Thank you, folks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye now.
Okay, bye now. We'll see
Okay,
you
bye.
later.
What?
Bye, bye, bye.
I bit my lip earlier.
Aw.
That's what makes
That's
it so much
sad.
worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Meh.
Who's gonna click the button? Who's got the button?
Oh yeah, do you want me to push the
The
button?
button, to put the button.
Okay.
And
Because
he'll
butane is a lighter fluid.
Because
butane his letter.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.